Breaking news: 2 new nuclear submarines are unveiled by Putin. Putin made a commitment to strengthen Russia's military naval might on Monday while attending the inauguration of 2 nuclear submarines in Russia's far north, in Severodvinsk, on the White Sea. The Russian leader was present at a flag-hoisting ceremony. This was the site where the Krasnoyarsk and Emperor Alexander III were constructed during the previous 6 years. While touring one of the submarines in the frigid Arctic waters, Putin spoke to Navy officers about how Russia will feel secure with these ships and weapons. Last week, Putin announced his intention to run for re-election in 2024, nearly 2 years after beginning the continuing offensive in Ukraine. With these submarines, he declared, the combat readiness of the Russian Navy, our naval power in the Arctic, in the Middle East, in the Black and Baltic Seas, in the Caspian. Russia is currently building 8 nuclear submarines, including these 2 new additions to the Pacific Fleet. Now that the conflict in Ukraine is well into its second year, Russia's economy has redirected its focus to weapon production. Nearly 1/3 of all expenditures in 2024 will go toward the military, which Russian lawmakers approved for an all-time high in October. Continue the work to increase Russia's military naval might, the leader of the Kremlin proclaimed. According to attorneys representing Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, their client has been missing from the penal colony since the beginning of his decades-long prison terms, and no longer could Navalny be found at either of the 2 penal colonies where he was serving his sentence, which was located approximately 120 miles east of Moscow. On X, Navalny's attorney stated that the authorities would not disclose Navalny's transportation details. The whereabouts of Alexei remain a mystery, Navalny's representative Kira Yarmysh wrote on X. Navalny, a scathing critic of Russian President Vladimir Putin who has been imprisoned since January 2021, went missing weeks after his lawyer said he fell ill and needed an IV drip. His attorneys were able to communicate with him after his mysterious illness, but he has been completely silent for the last 6 days. Along with Putin's announcement on Friday that he would be running for president in 2024, the disappearance comes at the same time, according to Yarmysh. Navalny's attorneys were denied entry to the maximum security IK-6 penal colony last week despite their repeated requests to visit their client. According to her, he started skipping his scheduled video court hearings and his letters also went unanswered. In addition to the 11 years Navalny served for charges of extremism, he is currently serving a 19-year prison term. According to the Associated Press, he was scheduled to be transferred to a special security prison at some point. Because Navalny opposes the Kremlin leader, who has been president for 20 years, his supporters think the accusations are politically driven. Assassinating Putin's opponents and critics has been a long-standing suspicion. A representative from the Kremlin did not immediately return a request for comment.